Hello everyone, Derek Stam Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today we've got the Elite Series 105 Io Sky, or Io Shirai, whatever you want to call her, the Master of the Sky. You know, I'm very excited to have her in the collection now. Found this one in the wild just like I did Asuka. Now, only if we can get another Elite Kairi Sane that won't be exclusive to some random ass store like the first one was, because wasn't the first ever Kairi Sane Elite like exclusive to Walgreens? I don't know, but my voice just cracked there, so terrible timing for that. Of course, you can see all the other figures on the back of the box. We've got almost all of these figures except for the Braun Strowman and the Dominic Mysterio. All of them also have reviews up on the channel. I also kind of forgot I don't have the Chase variant of the Carmelo Hayes. But yeah, maybe if you guys would like to see me get the other two figures I don't have, maybe even possibly technically the three, to review them, have the complete wave. Kind of be a first for me, I think. I don't think I've ever owned the complete wave for any figure series. But yeah, like the video and leave a comment about it. Maybe I'll go acknowledge it and waste some more money on action figures, because I love doing that. Anyway, why don't we get the Io Sky out of her plastic prison and we can get this figure broken down for the review, and not legitimately broken like that Solo Sikoa I reviewed the other day. Thankfully the leg still hasn't snapped, but I ordered a new one if I haven't mentioned that already. Probably will mention it until the day I receive it. But yeah, on that note, let's get this figure open, shall we? Gotta bust out the trusty knife, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, you guys, now that we have the Io Sky out of the box, we can go over some of her accessories. Of course, she comes with two different sets of hands. As you can see, the mic holding or weapon holding hands are in the figure itself already. And then she comes with, I'd kind of say these are like her somewhat like entrance hands, or maybe you could say like before she goes to hit her moonsault, she kind of like poses her hands out like this and then boom, hits her moonsault. I don't know, nice little touch to have. I want to say her first ever Elite had the same hands, just different sculpt, obviously, because they are different gauntlets on that figure at the end of the day. Actually, I think now that I think about it, that Io, did she have the same style of gauntlets, just a different color? I don't know, I'll have to look into that after I get this review done, probably so. But with that also being said, we can get into this beautiful white strap WWE Women's Tag Team Championship belt. And I say it's beautiful because I do like this design, honestly. The gold and silver on the belt with the white strap looks so nice. You get into the finer details. It's got all the little bumps and stuff like that. You got the little WWE logo there. I just love the way the side plate looks. I love the way the middle plate looks. It's simplistic, it's easy. You can get across it fairly well. And I'd say this belt isn't too hard to latch up when it wants to latch up. Of course, doing it with one hand is probably not recommended. But I want to say I can do it. I think I can do it. I got it for the most part. No, I actually got it fully. So hopefully I can kind of unwarp the title while doing that. And with that being said, we can kind of just break down the Io Sky figure herself now. Now, I can't remember exactly what attire this is supposed to be based off of, but this is probably one of my more favorite Io Sky like attires I've seen. Of course, her NXT women's figure was pretty dope too. But breaking down this figure and what makes it pretty cool is, I guess we can get into the arms first. I don't know if on her first one these gauntlets were removable or whatever, but these are actually like removable and you can take them off the figure and stuff like that. So maybe if she's in a hard hitting match, one of her gloves comes off or she takes her glove off, kind of just adds like a little detail for match detail and figure photography and stuff of that nature. As you can see, I'm constantly fucking around with this waist wrap that is a whole separate piece to the figure. I guess that'll make it easier to pose around as well, with that not getting in the way for the most part. It's a nice little molded belt. I love the like little textures and stuff on it. Of course, the fur being plastic instead of like the actual fur that they have on some of the jackets. Same thing up here on the top, as she does have a little bit of fur on there, and she's also got a bunch of like little jewels underneath her hair there. I didn't notice that even while she was wrestling, so that's a cool little design I did not know about. Her bottom half, I guess you could say, is kind of like the same thing though. A little confused that they would put a belt sculpt on this and not paint the belt, so that's a little confusing. Maybe that's how the belt was though, I don't know. Got the little open cut area with the like lace or whatever, I don't know. Come down into the leg area. She's got pretty much the same design going on to the front and the back of her legs and knee pads. I think it gets a little bit more simplistic on the back though compared to the front for the knee pads at least. And honestly, yeah, this attire is pretty good. I don't know if I'd say it's my top tier favorite attire of all time, but I think it's definitely a good attire for Io Sky nonetheless. Hopefully we will get like the other half of this figure so we can also get another women's championship, because wasn't she teaming up with Bayley? Oh, it says it right there. I'm a dumbass. This was from SummerSlam 2022. Wow. See, sometimes if you read the bullshit on the back of the box, you'll remember shit that you definitely want to have. And okay, ignore that. I guess I didn't realize that was just an open ass window right there. Like what? I don't know. This whole thing has just blown my mind today, I guess. So why don't I get this figure all posed up and we can get into the final thoughts and things of that nature, shall we? God damn, I'm so tongue twisted for whatever reason. Alrighty, you guys. Now that we've got Io Sky all posed up, I thought this would kind of be like a cool little action figure shop. Get all the women's figures I could use for a potential pig-fed roster here. I thought this would be a kind of like a cool little reminder at what we could potentially see in the future as far as the Fed goes, because I would like to introduce a women's roster, and I think I've kind of got a strong one developing now. We've got Molly Holly, Beth Phoenix as legends. We've got Liv Morgan and Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Michin or whatever you would want to call her, Cora Jade, Roxanne, Io Sky, and Asuka. That's what, 3, 6, 9, 10 different women that I could have a roster built around. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to keep your eye out on that, because I'm thinking about it now. But yeah, with that being said, maybe I'll invest into getting a couple more women's figures before we officially do that. But what would I rate this Io Sky? Honestly, it's definitely a damn good figure. The legs are a little stiff. Sadly, we still haven't gotten anything done about that basic, like, boot mold, I guess you could say. Because with how some of these boots are, you're not going to get ankle, like, pivot or nothing like that out of them with how they are. But for a women's figure, I'd say it's a really good, solid one. It's probably on par with maybe, like, these two as far as how good it feels in the hand. The Beth Phoenix, it does feel alright, but the legs don't move that great. And honestly, I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head besides the Asuka, but obviously the Asuka is an Ultimate Edition, so it's not going to compare to the elites that are surrounding the Asuka. But yeah, I'd say it's on par with the Cora Jade and the Roxanne as far as how good it feels in the hand. I love the little unique sculpts and stuff with this. I love the head scan, though I didn't really get into it too much. The head scan itself is really unique and good. Out of all, like the women's figures I have, besides the Asuka, I'd have to give this a good solid, we're going to say 8 out of 10. We're going to give it a good solid 4 out of 5 stars. Like, it's right there. Maybe a couple more things could have made this figure shine even more. Maybe even if we ended up getting like a Chase variant where she was wearing like a completely different attire or whatever, I don't know. But I think it is a damn good solid figure. If you don't own her first Elite, definitely worth going out of your way to get it. Especially in my case, where the best deal I think I've been seeing for this EOS guy is, what was it? I think it was like 18 something plus shipping and tax and stuff like that. So it came out to about retail price. And I would have been missing the women's tag team championship accessory out of it. So I'm kind of happy I found it at retail for the price I did. Because I only ended up paying an extra $1 for having that championship, as where I didn't have to buy the belt separately and end up wasting more money than I would have just buying it in the store. So I guess finding them in the wild has its perks and weaknesses. Of course, you don't find everything you're looking for, but sometimes, like with these two recently, you find some hidden gems. And with that being said, I did see that new Elite Sami Zayn where he disbanded from the Bloodline. That Elite does look good, but I don't know if I'll be picking that up anytime soon. But with that being said, though, I don't think I really have anything else to say. So if you like the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, sorry, I guess. But if you did like the video, feel free to go check out some of the other action figure things I do, like action figure reviews, pick feds, and unboxing videos. I don't know why I kind of had to take a second to think about that, but kind of in the process of working on that right now. I'm waiting for another package to come in because that has the other half of what's inside this box. So tune in for that if you're interested in unboxing videos. And I'm just trying to think. Oh, if you would like to, feel free to also go follow me on Instagram under the same name for when these videos go live, for like in the moment shots of some of the pick fed matches. Sometimes I take a few days to upload them. Sometimes I don't do it at all, depending on what the match calls for. But yeah, and on that note, before we hop out of here officially, just before we go, because I didn't mention it just yet, we are on the road to 200 subscribers, so if you would like to, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. And also on that note, maybe share the channel around with other people that you may think would like this kind of content. It never hurts, and on top of it, never hurts to get another person who may like the content and who may subscribe. And honestly, if you guys would like to, don't be afraid to engage in the comment section. I try to get to anybody who comments on the videos within a reasonable time frame. Of course, I do have a personal life outside of this. This is just more of a hobby to me. But, I do try to respond. I'm sure for those of you who do comment, you understand what I mean. I may not get to you within 30 minutes sometimes, but I will try to respond to you by some point when I'm free. Anyways, though, I think that's where we'll call it a day. So enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you, because I'm not in your time zone. We are out of here. Peace out, yo. Deuces, ooses.